Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 8th episode of Azumanga Daioh. So, last episode, we had our culture festival, and Yukari-sensei's class ended up, after going through the usual, should we do a haunted house, should we do a cafe thing, they went with Sakaki's suggestion, which was a stuffed animal exhibition, which even involved selling some, homemade ones that Sakaki herself actually made, which she sold some of them. And yeah, they even ended up making a giant cat suit that they kind of took turns wearing. And for some reason, at some point, Kimura-sensei ended up getting inside of it. Sakaki and Chiyo weren't particularly happy about that after they got their hugs and pictures and stuff with him. They kind of found out after the fact. But yeah, at least Sakaki got to pet Chiyo's dog at some point in the episode. So, maybe a little bit too long. It made things a little bit awkward there for Chiyo, but she enjoyed herself. That's what counts. And yeah, it was a fun little episode. So let's get into the next one. As usual, there'll be no audio or footage of the anime used in the reaction for copyright reasons. There's a timer in the upper left-hand corner and subs below me to help you follow along. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. I always have to have the volume so low for Azumanga Daioh because these episodes are so loud. Oh yeah, and Chiyo even rode her dog because she's small enough and he's big enough for that to happen. If I was bitten by cats as often as Sakaki was, I'd eventually get traumatized by it and just not want to go near them anymore. Osaka's first dream of the year. Man, could you imagine what an Osaka dream would be like? Yeah, like in the opening, where Chiyo flies with her twin tails. Just how many Chiyos do you think there are? And they just fly in a circle. But the only way that would be possible if she speeds up a lot as soon as she gets out of frame. That's not Chiyo. I know that's supposed to be your arm, but since it has no fingers or anything, it kind of looks like something else. I still don't think it works that way. She looks so weird without them. If they're popular, how come you're the only one that has them? You're jumping to conclusions. But that would explain why she's such a genius. She has 3 brains. As opposed to Osaka, who has probably half of one. She did it. And down she goes. What I don't get is she took them off herself and she was fine, and yet Osaka takes them out and she dies. But you gotta remember, this is Osaka's dream. Logic and reasoning doesn't usually apply. She really does look dead. There's literally only one way to take them off. Tomo-chan's version. So we're gonna get a Tomo dream now? You really shouldn't sleep with your mouth open. That's how you get bugs in there. What are you doing? Besides wasting energy. I'm afraid I've never seen the anime that's a reference to. Only in her dreams. He doesn't seem that concerned about it. So I guess this episode's just gonna be everyone's dreams. Oh, man. We can see how highly Tomo thinks of herself. That she's basically the god of this world. One of those might be thumbnail. So who's up next? Or we're done with dreams for now. Or we're still in Tomo's dream. That makes more sense. It's all Osaka's fault. She took away 2 of your brains. uh... I'm sure everyone gets a 0 besides Tomo. Just when you thought she was gonna stop. Okay, now we're gonna do another one. Sakaki's dream. I'm sure this is gonna have lots of cats in it. I'd be shocked if it didn't. I mean, even her blanket. She is so cute. There you go. It would be so sad if the cat bites her in her dream as well. I hope he doesn't. He still runs away. Which I guess is better than biting. She's not that tiny. I mean, compared to Sakaki, yeah, she's pretty short, but she at least comes up to your knee. I just want to put the little chew on my hand. He just kind of floats there. It looks like she's walking him, but there's no walking involved on his part. And saying that she's floating him just sounds weird. You know what's funny? Sakaki's dream involves a very tiny Chio and a floating cat thing, and yet it's still more realistic than the other two dreams we saw this episode. I'll take it that's supposed to be a blush. His version of a blush. No, she just really loves cats. Going through the various seasons. I guess it's a very lengthy dream. Man, that's the most upset I've seen her see in this. I butchered that sentence. What I was trying to say is that's the most upset she's looked in the entire show so far. Yes, very big house for such a small person. Oh wow, the penguin. I forgot about that. Uh, she just has a penguin, because why not? Oh man. Penguins are my favorite animal. I think the joke here is supposed to be that a maid uniform looks kind of similar to a penguin. A bit of a clumsy maid. I just love Sakaki's reaction. She's like, does nobody else see this? There's a penguin over here. I mean, of course Chiyo's dad would be in Chiyo's house. I can see the family resemblance. Hey, I'd go for it. They're a rich family. I'm sure dinner would be very extravagant. Come on, Penguin-chan. I do not. I don't see why being red's a bad thing. Oh, you triggered him now. Really? Of course, Osaka. Osaka comes prepared. I was expecting Osaka to be in her room. Kaori's version. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say her dream is gonna involve Sakaki. Just a suspicion I have. Chiyo. So intimidating. And Sakaki's gonna rescue her, of course. On, on a white horse. Are you kidding me? Kaori is such a maiden. uh, you should look at the road so you don't crash. Man, don't you hate when you're woken up from such a great dream? Then you go back to sleep and you can't continue it because it doesn't work that way. If only you knew. I can only imagine where that dream would go if she wasn't interrupted. Yeah, but you get to see the real Sakaki. That counts for something. That was great. Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah. Everybody had Chio in their dream. It varied a lot. You were quite tiny in Sakaki's. You were kind of a bully in Kaori's. You and me didn't have a dream, did you? Yeah, as you can see, she's a lot shorter than Sakaki. There you go. I can't believe she really expected her to be on the horse. But yeah, this is one of those episodes where I forgot most of the stuff. The only thing I really remembered was Osaka pulling off the twin tails and Chio collapsing, just because I've seen that in AMVs and stuff. But I forgot most of the stuff in this episode. And the episode was almost entirely, the various dreams. But yeah, if Kaori's dream continued, it might have turned into an 18+ video. Which I would have had no complaints with. Oh, is it really? I know, right? I love Sakaki, so I'm looking forward to that. He's talking about Chio's dad, the cat, the fake cat. Nice little image at the end there. But yeah, that was the 8th episode, I think it was, of Azumanga Daioh. another really good episode. Like I said, it was mostly focused on the first dream of the year of 4 of the characters. We didn't get to see a dream of Chiyo's, but that's fine. She was in everybody else's, so it works out. But yeah, first we saw Osaka's dream, which is about as trippy and odd as you would expect. It was mostly just Osaka taking away Chiyo's twin tails and flying with them away in despair. Then I think we went to Tomo's, which we got to see what she thinks of herself in that dream. She was basically king of the world, best at everything. Everybody else was significantly worse than they were in real life, like Chiyo getting a 0, which would never happen, even if Osaka did take away 2 of her brains. And then we went to Sakaki, I think was next, who, again, Chiyo was in her dream, but just little tiny Chiyo. But I'm sure she was just as smart. And of course, Chiyo's dad was also there, the fake cat that Sakaki bonded with, and even had dinner at Chiyo's house when Osaka suddenly barged in, because why not? She can't stick with her own dream. And then Kaori's dream, that was, I don't know, might have been my favorite, because I knew it was going to involve Sakaki. I didn't think it would involve Sakaki literally riding in on a white horse to save her. But yeah, it was a very nice dream for her, but of course, as always, when she's sitting on cloud 9, something knocks her back down, and she was woken up, the dream interrupted. But luckily, she was able to see Sakaki later that day, so it made up for it a little bit, minus the white horse. But yeah, that was the episode. Like I said, it was another good episode. I'm definitely looking forward to the next one if it's going to have a lot of Sakaki, which it seems like it would from the preview. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of my reaction in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.